Hey guys, it's week number 11 here. Thanks for coming back and seeing what we're up to. This week we didn't go on any big trips. We did go to the beach one day, but the footage was kind of the same as before. So we're getting really ready for summer starts this weekend. So yeah, we're getting everything really prepped up and set up for Memorial Day weekend. It's always our kickoff to our really busy time. One of our busiest days we've ever had was on a Memorial Day weekend. So anyway, we're getting geared up for that. We got a few different things going on. We're going to have a story again this week, so stay tuned for that. That will be interesting. See you guys later. Break time here at Sweet Gregory Peas. Got a little break here, so we're sitting down and relaxing for a little bit. Oops, knocked over my glass. I did get at the store the other day, I bought me an Irn-Bru. It's made in Scotland. All the people on my vlog, follow my vlog from Scotland, UK, will know what it is. People in the United States probably not. They do sell it at HEB down here, even way down in South Texas, you can buy it. It's in the international aisle. If you go down there and look on the bottom next to the Heinz beans, and kind of in between the Heinz beans and the HP brown sauce, which is another thing that people don't eat here, but it's pretty good when we went to the UK, is Irn-Bru. It's expensive here. It's like $3 a bottle, full of caffeine, full of sugar, full of all the stuff that's really crap for you, but I got kind of addicted to it in Scotland, so every once in a while I splurge and get me a bottle of it. It's spelled Irnbru. It used to be way back in the day in Scotland it was actually spelled Ironbru. But they made him change the name. It does have iron in it. If you look on the label, it has 5% of your daily requirement for iron, but it definitely has 100% of your daily requirement of sugar. People always ask, what does it taste like? Irn-Bru. It has this wonderful neon yellow orange glow to it, but it's kind of tutti fruity flavor, juicy fruit gum, that kind of flavor. So it's kind of a combination between juicy fruit gum and a cream soda. So so much sugar and caffeine don't really get you going. So I'm going to enjoy my brew, because the saying is Irn-Bru gets you through. Talk to a local Allstate agent and discover what personal can do for you. Call 888-429-5722 now.
O'Reilly here. Marty's talked to the kids about politics. What do you think about Hillary Clinton?
Alright guys, that's it for today. I have a little extracurricular activity to do though. Get the light to focus here. Being 50 miles away from civilization requires you to do your own plumbing. I need to change the fill valve on the toilet. So yay, after a long day of work, I get to do that. Service call would be very expensive out here in the middle of nowhere, so I'll take a half hour or so and do a little plumbing. Yeah. So that's it. Quick job. Less than 5 minutes. Saved me a few bucks. So now we're done for the day and we can enjoy our evening and get set up for tomorrow. See you guys later. Well, hello guys. We just finished a day here at Sweet Gregory Peas. Yeah, we got everything shut down, enjoying our evening here. It's going to do another story time on this week's vlog. got comments from people on the last one, said they really enjoyed the story, so we thought we would give you another story. Yeah, this one is this one might be worth pouring you a little dram of whiskey here. I'll do the same. I got a little bit of Lafroig left here, so we'll pour a little dram and have a little story time. I gotta put just a touch of water in with my whiskey. Lafroig is at cask strength, so it's pretty strong. So anyway, story. Yeah, this was a couple of years ago. I'm not sure what time of year it was. I'm pretty sure it was in the spring or maybe late fall. But we talked about all the wildlife and stuff that we have around town, and we have just tons. Deer, big hogs that wreak havoc on our trash cans. We have, of course, lots of snakes and stuff around. Being in South Texas, there's a lot of rattlesnakes you have to worry about and stuff. But anyway, and at night we hear, we do, haven't told you guys this, but half the restaurant is our residence. We actually live on property. So when we go to bed, it's really quiet out here at night, and a lot of times you'll hear coyotes howling in the background and different things at night, things rustling around outside. So not unusual to hear that, but I'm a really light sleeper, so Miriam's a pretty heavy sleeper. There's not much that'll wake her up unless it's me. But me, if I hear a little thing, I'm usually awake and figuring out what's going on. So that being said, one evening, sitting on our side, just went to bed, and we hear a little rustling. The ceiling in the restaurant is a acoustic ceiling. It's a drop down ceiling, so there's a space in between the two. And on the restaurant side, I'm sure you've seen in some of the video before, it's a corrugated tin ceiling that we have there, just for mainly aesthetics for the barbecue restaurant. But anyway, on our side, it's just an acoustical ceiling with a space in between it. So we're sitting there watching TV, and we decide to go to bed. We go to bed fairly early because we're up so early. But in about middle of the night, we hear something up on the roof. And just a little clawing, scratching type of deal. We don't think that there's a lot of feral cats around and all kinds of critters outside. So figured it was something outside. Didn't think much about it. And again, we start to see a pattern in this every couple of days, and it seems to be a specific time at night. It's like 2 in the morning. We hear scurrying. So I decide, okay, something's up there. I got to figure out what it is. If it's a mouse or something crawling in the attic, basically. So get up there during the day, in the morning, get the flashlight, shine it around, don't see anything, and it is quiet during the day. There's nothing that goes on. So again, we're sitting there, and we're just about to fall asleep, and we hear, it's something big above us scurrying across the thing, and I kind of pound on the ceiling, and he scurries off. And so at this point, we're pretty uneasy about what's going on. We're just about to go to bed. Miriam decides we're gonna sleep in our lazy boy chairs instead of our bed, because we don't want whatever's up there to come falling through in the middle of the night, right in the middle of our bed. So pretty sleepless night again that night. Again, it disappears in the middle of the night. We don't hear anything. So again, the next day, get up, tear up part of the ceiling, try to find out, look in the corners, nothing there. So very next night, I think it's it's Friday, Saturday night, so we're busy. We got a busy day the next day going on. And 2:30 in the morning, I hear a crash. A crash. And I open up the door that goes from our residence to the restaurant, and standing there is a huge raccoon right on the door, and he takes off across the restaurant. So this is 2:30 in the morning. I got my PJs on, and I'm chasing this raccoon around. Miriam's getting up, and getting dressed, and we're trying to open the front door and kind of corral or herd this raccoon out the front door, and he's having none of that. He will run around one way, we'll cry and corner him and shoot him out the other way, and he just won't go outside. And so finally we figure, we're going to have to dispatch of this raccoon. So I have a little .22 pistol that has, it's rat shot. I keep it down here for, snakes. There's lots of snakes here. You shoot with rat shot, shoot snakes to get rid of the snakes. So I figured, well, I'll just, load up with rat shot, .22, pop him, and it'll be done. So at this point, get my .22. It's about 3 in the morning now, 3:30, and shooting with the rat shot, and all that does is make him angry and make him bleed. So now I have this mad raccoon who is a lot like, it's kind of like that rabbit at this point, that rabbit out of the Monty Python and the Holy Grail, the big ferocious rabbit with the big white pointy things that is wreaking havoc and trying to kill everybody. That's kind of what's going on in my mind as this raccoon is running around through the restaurant. And it's huge. I mean, it's a nasty raccoon. It's not a cute cuddly thing. It's a nasty raccoon. So chasing him around, and obviously the .22 is not going to do it. So I have to get our next gun. I told Miriam to go get the bullets for the Governor. We have a Smith & Wesson Governor that I have for pretty much just home protection and stuff in the restaurant, but it's a rather large caliber gun that shoots 410 shotgun shells. So we get that, and it actually has a laser sight on it. I have it right here to show you. Yeah, so this is the Smith & Wesson Governor. It is a pretty bad little gun. It laser sight, which is cool, and then it can actually caliber 3 different ones. It'll caliber 410 shotgun shells, 45 long Colts, and it'll actually shoot 45 ACP on little moon clips. So it can be very versatile and mainly home defense, but it is a monster of a handgun, so doesn't bode very well for the raccoon in that situation. We finally get the gun, and I just get him cornered and put the little laser dot on him, and he says goodnight. So anyway, it's a little bit of a sad ending to the story, but this was a ferocious killer zombie raccoon. Think about it now, think back on it, and it's actually funny because it wasn't then, because at that point it's 3:30 in the morning. We have this raccoon that's bled all over the restaurant. We have to we spend the next 3 hours sanitizing and cleaning everything that thing has gone through. It just created a mess. But it's one of those times now where we look back and it's funny, and I wish I would have had a camera then. We have a home security system now, would have caught all the footage of it, but just the video or pictures of me running around the restaurant like a crazy person, chasing this raccoon in my pajamas at 2 in the morning would have been instantly a viral video, I guarantee it. So anyway, but the next morning we finally, I was trying to figure out how this thing got in here. So raccoons have always loved our trash. They always get in. They love our rib bones from our ribs that we do, and they always are just monstrous out there on doing that. But I guess this one figured out he didn't want any more bones out of the trash. He's going to come inside and figure out what barbecue he can get in the middle of the night. So we climb up on the roof. Again, I look in the ceiling, nothing there. Go up on the roof, and we have these vents that vent the exhaust fan, the exhaust fan that vents the restaurant, the top on the roof. And one is in use and one is an old one that doesn't work anymore. So sure enough, I go over to that one and there's a cover on the top of it that has been broken. I guess he could smell the barbecue coming out of the top of it because it vents through the roof. He could smell that, so he broke the old cover of the exhaust fan and actually got inside there, bent. There's aluminum blades of the fan that he bent up, bent 3 of the blades up so he could crawl into the crawl space there. So that is it. So kind of get visions of this raccoon, you know, kind of like Tom Cruise from Mission Impossible shooting down from the ceiling, but he actually came in on one of the corners of where the metal is on the thing that he had it bent down. I guess he finally, after so many days up there, he decided he had to get out some way, and he was coming down out of the ceiling. So luckily he came on the restaurant side, came down there, and as soon as he came down, he was running around, he was jumping on stuff, he was jumping on all our cabinets, knocking stuff over, making a huge mess. But then again, when I opened the door, he wouldn't leave. So we had to kind of persuade him to go. So yeah, you never know what's going to go on in the port here. So until the next funny story from Sweet Gregory Pease, stay tuned. So finish up my whiskey here and say goodnight to you guys, and we'll see what happens again tomorrow. Bye. It for this week's vlog. I have my coffee here in the morning. Hope everybody has a great Memorial Day weekend and a kickoff to the summer. Be safe out there. I'll leave all the links to everything as usual below. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't. Turn on your notifications so we give you a little reminder when there's a new video up. And follow us on Twitter and all that other good stuff. So we got some neat stuff planned for the next days off, something kind of different. So we'll see you guys then. Bye.
Morning to night, hunting or fishing or just meeting friends. You know life begins where the road